Hi, my name is Paul Friedman. I am the founder of the Marriage Foundation, and I'm very glad that you have come by. And I hope to help you with this topic, and I think I'm in a position where I can help you pretty much better than anyone else. I don't mean to sound arrogant, but the truth of the matter is that most people don't really understand marriage. And we do. I used to be a divorce mediator, and so I knew about everything that could possibly go wrong. And then in the early 2000s, I was converted, thank God. And now we're up and coming as one of the strongest marriage helpers out there. And what better place than beginning with the beginning, which is the question you're looking for. How do you prepare for marriage spiritually? So this is going to be a longer discussion than maybe you had thought. And we don't have much to sell. Our course for pre-marriage is very inexpensive. It's under $100. So yes, that will help you, but I really want you to grasp what is going on here. We get married because we fall in love, but that's not really why we get married. That's why we marry the person who we are marrying. But the real reason why we get married, and I think it's just the most beautiful gift from God to his, I'm going to call us unworthy children. I don't ever think of myself as worthy, but this gift is amazing. You know, we're human beings. We're already specially endowed with so many qualities that you cannot find anywhere else. We're like the supreme creation of God's. In all of his creation, all the billions and trillions of stars, we're it. We're the pinnacle. Because we have the ability to feel God, to feel love, to feel joy. Now the problem is that in the world, these experiences are brought down to what they call emotions. But I did the research, and it's not emotions. Love is not an emotion. Love is the truth of what you are. You're a soul. And you are love itself. But when we're in creation, if we knew that about ourselves, and God could have arranged it that way, we would instantly go back into him. So he made this little game, you might say. That's what I think. And so what it is we have to put aside our love of the world, which includes our mental desires, our fears, our anger. We have to put all that aside. We have to recognize that the mind is a tool to operate within creation, but the real us is love. And by being married, we can learn how to love as God loves us. This has always been my prayer. Since 1972, when I decided to make finding God my life's mission. And my prayer has always been, Lord, teach me to love as thou dost love. It is so wide open. It's so ridiculous a request, because he's already given us marriage so that we can learn to love unconditionally. But we get into marriage and we have our expectations of our spouse. And we have our desires for petty things. And we need to learn and remember that marriage is a path that two individual souls take together. You don't want to impose anything upon your spouse. And when they want to impose something upon you, you don't want to take it personally, because you know they're flawed too. There's so much about marriage that is missing in our society because we're not taught. It's no one's fault. It's no one's fault. You know, the greatest teachers of marriage are many of the clergy that are out there, because their mission is to know God too. But then it's missing sort of the practical side of it. So, look at what we have to offer with the course for pre-marriage. Or just watch these videos. Subscribe to this channel. Watch these videos. You'll learn so much about marriage. The generation that I grew up in was all in for divorce. It's unfortunate. And everyone was unhappy in their marriage. And now, people are still unhappy in their marriage because they don't get it. We're sort of like the beginning of when the world is going to become aware. They're going to learn. And there's two main things in order for you to spiritualize your marriage. One, remember what you are and remember what your spouse is, and treat them with the highest level of respect and adoration. And almost more importantly, learn how to master your mind so it doesn't drag you back down. Because marriage is spiritual. It is, by definition. You just need to learn how. I'm Paul Friedman. I founded the Marriage Foundation. I hope you were inspired by this, learned a little by this, and you will be a subscriber and you will continue to dive into this world of marriage that is so beautiful. Thank you for joining. Like the video if you want. Subscribe, by all means subscribe. God bless you and take care.